Japan is a country like no other. This 10-day itinerary goes beyond the typical Golden Triangle route that everyone does, exploring alternative cities and sites by heading north to Japan's Tohoku region. Starting and ending in Tokyo, I guarantee culture, welcoming people, incredible sights, delicious food, and most importantly, less tourist crowds. Perfect for the first-time traveler or for those of you returning, this itinerary is efficient with as little backtracking as possible, uses public transportation, and can be extended or added to an existing trip. So, grab a pen, take note, don't forget to subscribe to help the channel grow, because your alternative to the Golden Triangle itinerary starts here. I personally visited every single location on this easy by train Northern Japan itinerary as a tourist, including a few more additions that I'll mention at the end, making mistakes along the way so that you don't have to. Tokyo to Aizu-Wakamatsu, 1 night and 2 full days. Arrive early, stay overnight, and leave the following day in the morning or after lunch as needed. Our first stop is Aizu-Wakamatsu. In just under 3 hours, you'll be transported to Japan's Samurai City and escaping Tokyo's busy streets. Located in Fukushima Prefecture, Aizu-Wakamatsu is really well set up for tourists and is a perfect blend of history, culture, and natural beauty. Explore Suruga Castle, an iconic symbol of samurai resilience, the Aizu Samurai Residence, Sazai Temple with its unique spiraling architecture, or my personal favorite, Oyakuen Garden for some green tea. Known for its medicinal herbs and traditional landscape design, this garden is a perfect stop to take a break. Nearby, you'll also find Oichijuku, a popular historic post town, famous for its well-preserved Edo period buildings and its main street lined with thatch roof houses. This is a great place to explore local shops selling handmade crafts and souvenirs. From painting your own akabeko at the many workshops to eating Aizu-Wakamatsu's take on ramen, my suggestion is to rent a bike. Take your time, spend the night, and enjoy the escape from Tokyo. From Aizu-Wakamatsu, we head to Sendai in around 2.5 hours. You'll arrive at Japan's most populated city in the region of Tohoku. Spend 2 or 3 nights here depending on side trips and how busy you want the trip to be. There is plenty to do in this city, and my suggestions include heading to the free observation deck of the AER building to get a view of the city, explore the many covered shopping streets and many quiet, stunning shrines, like Koshoji Temple, without crowds. Gyutan, which is beef tongue, is a dish that should certainly be tried whilst in Sendai, and the Sendai Daikanon is usually missed by tourists but is a sight to behold. And if you're visiting at the start of August, then don't miss out Sendai's famous Tanabata festival. My suggestion is to make Sendai a base to explore nearby Yamadera and Matsushima Bay, or even the very scenic Geibeiki Gorge, all easily accessible and a reason to stay more than 1 night. From Sendai, we head to Aomori, just over 2 hours train ride away. 1 night with 2 full days should be fine. Try to arrive early and leave at your convenience the following day. At the very north of Honshu Island, you find Aomori, a fascinating destination for tourists who appreciate nature, history, and vibrant cultural festivals. The city is renowned for the Aomori Nebuta Festival held at the start of August. This matsuri features large, brightly lit floats and energetic dance performances and is amongst one of the most incredible experiences I have had in Japan. Aomori is also famous for all things apple, from apple cider to apple juice, apple drinks, and even apple sake. Aomori wants you to know that their apples are the best. Nature lovers will enjoy the Hakoda Mountains, ideal for hiking in the summer and skiing in the winter. Aomori's unique blend of natural beauty and cultural richness makes it an enchanting stop in any travel itinerary throughout Japan. I only stayed over 1 night, but I can see how nature lovers could make Aomori a base to explore further. From Aomori, we head back to Morioka, getting there in around 1.5 hours. I suggest 1 or 2 nights here depending on side trips and your chosen pace. Anyone who's been following me knows how I think that Morioka is one of the friendliest cities I visited in Japan. Not only that, but Morioka is a very walkable city, which makes it a dream destination if you like me and like to get lost through windy streets and areas that have a local feel. The city is full of history and surrounded by natural beauty. Walking to the Morioka Castle ruins makes for a great view of the city. Achimangu Shrine and Sakurayama Shrine are grand, but with less tourists than what you would get in similar spots like in Kyoto. And if you're visiting in spring, then the rock-splitting cherry tree is your spot. Morioka Summer Sansa Matsuri is one of my top 10 experiences in the summer, and for food lovers, you shouldn't miss out on Morioka's 3 famous noodles. Ramen, a cold noodle dish, Jajangmyeon, a miso-based noodle dish, and Wanko Soba, where small servings of soba noodles are continuously served in a fun, all-you-can-eat manner. Morioka is also a great location to go sake tasting at nearby breweries too, or for a really local feel, the very, very, very early morning market might be for you. With easy access to farm experiences and onsens like Tsunagi Onsen, I totally understand why the New York Times voted Morioka as their top destination to visit in Japan for 2023. From Morioka, we head to the western coastal city of Akita. One night should be fine unless you want to explore the incredible nature surrounding the city. Arrive early and leaving the following day at your convenience should be fine. Akita City has a different feel and vibe, and one of the city's highlights is the Akita Kanto Festival, which is held in August, but there are many other sites to explore, making this a great spot to visit. This might be the perfect opportunity to either rent a car to explore the surrounding nature or take it slower, exploring with local public transport. I visited Lake Tazawa as a day trip and used the city as a stopover location on the way back to Tokyo via the western coastline, but I can see myself returning to explore further in the future. A short 1.5 hour train ride takes us to the next destination, Sakata. One night is likely enough, so arrive early and leave the following day at your convenience. At this point on the trip, I can assure you that you'll likely not be bumping into too many tourists, which is exactly what you're looking for and the reason why staying the night in what is a quiet but interesting town is worth it. Sakata is a quiet and picturesque port town and a delightful destination that blends history with natural beauty, appealing to tourists who seek a quieter, more authentic experience. The town is renowned for its well-preserved merchant warehouse in the old district, which reflects Sakata's prosperous days as a key port in the Edo period. And for a tranquil retreat, people can head to Honoma Gardens, which offers a serene landscape garden featuring traditional tea houses and stunning seasonal blooms. But for me personally, I found a row of shrines and temples along a road to be a real hidden gem, not really mentioned in tourist guides. I found Sakata very walkable with many hidden gems, including the tiniest charming yokocho I've ever encountered in Japan, an alleyway of tiny izakayas and food stalls. Sakata really surprised me, and I'm sure it will surprise you too. Nearing the end of our trip, we stop at Niigata, around a 2-hour train ride away. In this instance, you can either explore the city as a day trip before heading back to Tokyo, which is 2 hours away by Shinkansen, or stay overnight to explore the city further. Niigata is quite an urban city, famous for its rice and sake, with numerous breweries like Imayo Tsukasa Sake Brewery providing tours and tasting that highlight the region's rich culinary heritage. And Furumachi is Niigata's historical district that shouldn't be overlooked. Additionally, and the reason why I visited was a trip to Sado Island, accessible by ferry. This island offers a unique escape with its rich history, traditional Terai Bune boats, and thriving art scene. However, it's highly advisable to rent a car, as public transport on the island is not very frequent and getting to areas can take quite a bit of time. Overall, whether you decide to stay overnight or pass through as a day trip on the way to Tokyo, Niigata serves as a gateway to both the traditional and contemporary aspects of Japanese culture. Following this itinerary will mean you've hit all of Tohoku's prefectures, plus an additional prefecture of Niigata. That's a total of 8 prefectures out of 47. Only 39 to go. And whilst you're in the region, here are some additional tips and locations you might want to consider checking out. Staying near a train station will be beneficial to making the most of this itinerary. Remember that when arriving early, you can always use a coin locker to hold your luggage at the station until you check into your hotel, or if your hotel is near the station, then leave your luggage there before exploring. Don't be scared of renting a bike. It can be a great way to explore many of these locations. Staying at Hachinoe is a good alternative to staying in Aomori, and a quiet seaside city which can make for a good spot to explore Aomori from. Odate is a smaller city which is famous for all things Akita Inu, the dog, and can make for a good in-between spot on the way to or from Akita. If you wish to do less hotel hopping and base yourself in 1 or 2 locations, then Morioka and Sendai make for good points to move for day trips to most of the areas in this itinerary, but this also has its cons. You'll probably want to head out early as a result of public transport in the area, which can end frustratingly early, especially when doing day trips. So make sure you research bus and train schedules so that you are not caught out. Using Google Maps or heading to the tourist office will really help. Consider using my Sakata mobile affiliate QR code or link to make sure that you stay connected, especially in this region where looking at maps and information will likely be crucial. I'll receive a small commission at no additional cost to you, and you'll be helping me out. If planning around any of the summer Matsuri festivals, then make sure that you book your hotels in advance, and for ease of mind, consider purchasing train tickets in advance too, especially around public holidays and weekends. My Klook affiliate link or QR code makes it easy to support the channel whilst at the same time making all those bookings you were likely going to make anyway. When moving between cities, consider arranging luggage forwarding, especially for those locations where you'll be staying more than one night. Just remember to tell the hotel when and at what time you'd like your luggage to arrive at the next destination so that they can tell you when to drop off your luggage at reception. You can even use this to your advantage, sending most of your luggage forward a few days in advance and traveling light in the interim. Tailor the trip to make it yours. Explore your interests and incorporate them into this itinerary. Extend if you want to, or make your own itinerary around this. As always, if you have any additional tips for future travelers, let us know in the comment section, and thanks for helping out. Till next time, stay positive and be a happy gaijin. Safe travels! So you're planning a trip to Japan. Well, YouTube thinks that this video up here is gonna be useful to you and that you're gonna find it interesting. So check it out. Let me know in the comment section of that video which video it was and if it actually was useful. I'm quite curious about this.